Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how test-driven development with TypeScript. In this video, I am reacting to how I code because the original audio doesn't have enough explanation. In short, I can say that TDD is about writing failed tests and then making them fast, write a failed test again, and make it fast again. Repeat this process until all tests are complete, then the development is complete. In this case, we are going to make a calculator. It will do basic calculation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, let's go. I wrote a few requirements here as a scope of our test. Writing requirements is important, I think. It is to determine the business scope of the app that we want to make. Now we are going to set up npm project with npm init, and we are going to pick Jest to test our code with the command jest -- coverage. Here is the official documentation of Jest. I code in TypeScript, so I was using Jest here. There is a command to install all those dependencies, and we need to create the config file for Jest with the single command. You can follow this step if you use the same tools as me. I create a test file first here. We create a failed test because that is how we work with TDD principle or discipline. Now let's try to run the test, and as you can see, of course, it must be an error. Now we create the class, the calculator class. Okay, so you can see that there is no red line anymore under the calculator class. Yeah, and the test pass. Yeah, we already have one test here, and then we are going to make another test, another failed test. It should add numbers. So let's make them fast again. We create a private property called value to store the main value of the calculator with the type number, and of course the initial value will be 0, and then we create the add method as public. Now let's run the test again. Yeah, that's how TDD, guys. Now we already have two methods here. Try to make a test here. 1 plus 1 equal 2. Yeah, we are going to test. Yeah, as you can see here, we have a bug. So let's try to refactor or to fix our code. Yeah, we just missed the plus syntax there. Yeah, our test has been passed. Now I'm going to refactor the test code. Maybe we can reduce some duplication or repetition of the code there. I was grouping some tests to describe, so I can use just a variable of the calculator. So our test code will be simple. Now let's refactor our code in this equal function, equal method. We need to reset the value every time equal method is called. We store the value to the tmp variable, reset the value to 0, and then we return the tmp variable. Our refactor has been succeed, guys. Our test have been passed. Now let's write some methods from our requirements to do subtraction with subtract numbers. As usual, we create a test first, and of course the test must be failed. We tried to run the test, and of course we got an error. We didn't have the subtract method. Now let's make the subtract method, and of course it should be public. Run the test again. The test has been passed. Now let's write more tests. We need to define a base value here in our calculator class. So every time we define the variable of the calculator, it also we can define a base value, the initial value. But as you can see that there is a red line bottom because we don't have any constructor now. We are going to make a constructor here, and we make the constructor to be optional because sometimes we don't need that constructor. Run the test. Every time we are going to create features here, we create tests first, and then we code to make them fast. We create another test for multiplication. It should multiply numbers. Let's put 2 for Example, multiply 2, it should be 4. Now we are going to create the multiply method. Now our test has been passed. Now let's create the final method. Let's define a variable first. Calculator with the best value is 8 there. Now let's call the method the undefined method called divide. Nah, that is the division. Nah, there we have a lot of tests have been passed, guys, and we already complete all requirements. But I want to write more tests. For my confidence, so we wrote more tests here. So let's run the test. It is already passed at first, so our code or our class is already complete. Now let's write more tests for division. Divide by 9. Now all our tests are complete. That means our development is complete too. I hope this simple demonstration can help you. Feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.